It is Operation Mincemeat round 2 today. I'm waiting for the train. I'm at the platform, so, you know, but I'm not having a good morning. My alarm didn't go off, so I had to get ready, like, really quickly. Speaking of getting ready, I feel like I'm channeling the Operation Mincemeat game, especially if I'm sitting front row. Love it. So I can't wait for today. It's going to be a fun one because I remember this just being a really fun musical anyway. I've actually got a gift for the cast. Now I know Jack Malone is off this week, so it's going to be his understudy. I don't know who that is, but I'll find out when I get there. But I've got them a gift, which I'm going to show you on the train because it's stuffed into my bag and I only just made it fit. So I'm gonna sort that all out when I'm on the train and I can do all of that because otherwise it's gonna be an absolute mess. Okay, so I'm on the train now. I'm filming it like this because it's like way easier to like set up a tripod. Anyway, I was talking about gifts for the Operation Mincemeat cast. Now, for Book of Mormon, because it's quite a big cast, I kind of just drew them individually. But because the Mincemeat cast is literally just made up of 5 people, obviously understudies included and all of that, I just drew them as a group and I framed it and I decided that this would be adequate for them. So I did a drawing of the poster for the show, so I'm really proud of it. I did this ages ago as well. Frame arrived the other day, and then on the back just put lots of Love Elliott, so they've got my signature on it as well because I forgot to put it on the actual artwork. I have a history of doing that. But yeah, Mincemeat today, sitting front row, very front row, like there's
Welcome aboard the South Western Railway service to London Waterloo.
Okay, there's row A and then there's row AA. I'm in AA, and now I know that you can film the curtain call, I'm even more excited about that, but I'm excited to see who Jack's understudy is, because I don't know. So this is
Dorchester South, Wareham, Hamworthy, Poole, Parkston, Branksome, Bournemouth, Brockenhurst, Southampton Central, Southampton Airport Parkway, Winchester, Woking, and London Waterloo.
So I'm excited to see who it is. Right, I'll see you in London. I am still rightfully salty that it isn't Back to the Future anymore. Don't think I've mentioned that yet, but I'm really sad. My friend was right. I do look like a history teacher, and that is everything to me right now.
Escalators are moving machinery, so to avoid
I wish I was a history
please
teacher.
take care when using them. Please stand on the right.
Do you imagine? It's a little awkward interlude. I'm in Borough Market because I have nowhere else to be, and I'm bored, and I'm hungry, and I'm craving those tacos that I had last time. But speaking of stuff, I went back to that spice place. Now I've been adding like spices to my hot chocolate recently, and I found coffee spice, so I'm excited to try that. But oh my god, the energy in there was wonderful. If you're ever around, go to that spice shop because it's just wonderful to look at even if you don't buy anything. But now I'm going to be on the hunt for food because I'm really hungry and I want to eat. Well, I'm not that hungry, but I want to eat before the show because otherwise I'm going to be starving like halfway through, so, you know. I would say that the fish taco mission was a success. I forgot how spicy they were though, and I went back to get a frozen margarita, which is all I need right now, honestly. It's not hot, but like, I need something refreshing, you know? Because I forgot how much they burned my taste buds off last time. I'm gonna stand here, eat my lunch, and then I think I'm just gonna go to the theatre, because it opens 90 minutes before the show, which is insane. Probably because it's such a small space. I'm just gonna vibe alone for a bit. Technically, I'm not alone, because I have my tacos with me, but still. Call me cringe or an influencer, I'm kind of both. Definitely cringe. Don't know if I'm an influencer yet, but I did get chocolate covered strawberries because I'm a sucker for them, and even though they're too expensive, I need it right now. You can at least appreciate that I didn't take a picture of it before devouring it, so, you know, at least I'm not that person. I got really full, but you bet your ass I was finishing those for $7.50. What the fuck? But now I think I've done it once, not gonna do it again. I will say though, very nice strawberries. But $7.50, yikes. I'm just gonna head my way over to the Fortune Theatre now to see Operation Mincemeat and hopefully the cast, because I still have that gift for them. So So I'm in my stall seat, I'm front row. We've got 2 understudies on, which are understudy male roles. Last time I saw understudy Bevan and understudy Jean, so it's going to be really nice to see the main actresses for those roles. We've got Christian Andrews understudying Jack as Hester in other roles, and we've got Sean Carey understudying Charles for Davy. So I'm really excited, and I'm also really excited to get the my artwork at the end. I've got a sangria because it's appropriate. But yeah, after that frozen margarita, I feel like I'm going to be a little bit fucked, but it's fine. So this was the view from my seat. I was in AA2. Be careful when you're in this row, because you might get a torch shot at you. Or you might not, depends. Well, that was amazing. The cast were really sweet. I gave them my artwork, especially just everything. It was amazing from front row. I got shone with a torch in the audience. Right now, you can't see the sign. I don't know why I bothered. I'm at the Mormon stage door, but obviously, you know, no one's gonna come out to see me. So, you know, I just wanted to come here because it's a bit of a memorial spot, I guess. I don't know. I lost Stevie here. Okay, it's a big deal. Alas, I'm not going to Mormon tonight. I wish I was, but I'm not. It's right there. Look at Mormon security guards are so lovely. I love them. I love everyone who works there. I need to work there, okay? Final straw. One thing I know I can do when the tube is quiet is this. But, you know, some people still don't approve. Anyway, Waterloo shut down because of an incident, so I had to, like, race my way across the bridge, but I did make it to the station before my train was supposed to depart, but it didn't. Everything got delayed, cancelled. I did still get my food, though, so priority. After that mess, I'm on my 3rd train of the night, but it is a train direct to Weymouth and Dorchester, so I'm fine, I'm safe, but I can finally dig into the food that I got literally like over 2 hours ago, and I'm starving, so I'm gonna do that now. This train's a lot quieter, which I love, so I'm gonna chill out for the rest of this because the stress was too much. I even got told at Waterloo that I like wasn't fit to travel because I had a panic attack, so you know, fun times. I'm out right now. Weird little interlude to the vlog, but I'm so excited. I just found out that Oliver Jacobson, old Stand By Cunningham in the Book of Mormon, is going to be playing Oz and Come From Away, the tour. That's incredible. I've already got tickets. I'm so proud of him. And I'm so excited. He's going to smash it. Right, I am like actually genuinely home now. I'm sorry, I just really had to get that out the way that I'm really, really excited and proud of Oliver for landing a role in Come From Away. He is also playing my favourite Come From Away character, so, you know, I mean mainly they play a lot of different characters, but he is playing Oz, which is incredible, and I can't wait to see him in April because I already have tickets, like way before I knew like who was in the cast, so it's fantastic. I didn't see him much in the Book of Mormon. I saw him like once as Cunningham maybe, so I'm really proud that he's got like a main role, so I can't wait to see him shine in that one. But that's not what I'm here to talk about anymore. I'm here to talk about the Operation Mincemeat performance, the cast, all of it. Now come to think of it, the only person that I had seen in Operation Mincemeat before was Natasha as Ewan Montague. All of the other ones, I'd never seen them in those roles before, so I guess I've got 4 people to talk about, so let's go. I am also going to do a little bit of comparison with the understudies and the main actors and actresses, if I can compare them, if I've seen both of them. So just quickly, I do want to praise Natasha again for her Ewan Montague performance because it is incredible. Perfect comedic timing. Her voice that she does is fucking hilarious. Like, it makes everything just so much funnier. I don't know why, like, every time she opens her mouth to talk, it's just humour. she's great. She's really, really great in this show. Right, so I think I'm going to start off with Christian Andrews playing Hester Leggett and other characters. So obviously he was understudying Jack Malone, Jack who I saw in July. And the first thing I want to say, I know Spilsbury isn't his main role. It is quite a big role though. One thing I'm going to say about Christian's Spilsbury that Jack's doesn't have is that for some reason Christian's is just so needlessly violent and psychopathic. Like, he still has the classiness, but like he's very, very angry. Whereas I feel like Jack plays him so much more classy, so much more on the down low, you know, like he's trying to keep everything sort of hush-hush, which it should be because it's illegal. But yeah, I feel like that contrast was something that threw me off completely. But I love Spilsbury being a little bit more murderous, even though he's not technically a murderer, but you know. He knows everything about bodies though. But yeah, that was just a funny comparison that I thought of in my head as I was watching it. Now, their Hester performances is what I really wanted to talk about. So Jack plays Hester as this very older, mature woman who sort of has a maternal role over Jean, and it's even mentioned later on that Jean appreciates how well Hester sort of raised her. Like in the War Office and that kind of stuff. And I feel like with Jack, every time Jean does something that, say, Hester really wants to do but she can't because she's a lady, I feel like Jack gets so much more excited for Jean. Especially, oh my god, when Hester gets to the point where she realizes that she's going to have a job in everything and like doing all the paperwork and all of that, she gets really excited. Again, I'm talking about Jack's performance here. Christian, it's a weird one because, you know, he's definitely, again, plays Hester as the very maternal figure, and very mature, very classy woman, which is what we love her for. But he plays her excitement down a little bit more. Like, he plays it as if she doesn't want to get excited. Like, she starts getting excited and then she realises, oh, no, can't do that. Which, in my opinion, because he's playing it down so much, at the very end, where Hester's just really, really happy that they've won, they've done it, you know, it makes it seem a little less believable because we haven't seen the build-up of her getting more and more excited throughout the show, especially when, during the song Useful, where Jean talks about maybe Hester having a plaque or something, or a statue. Jack, when he's playing Hester, gets very, very excited about that, and very, very eager to make that a thing that happens. Whereas I feel like Christian, like, obviously Hester wants it to happen. She really, really wants to be remembered for everything that she's done in the war. But obviously, you know, he feels like he can't be that excited about it. So Christian plays her more like, oh, well, you know, I really want to be remembered this way, but I know that's not going to happen. So again, it's played down, which again makes the ending where she kind of throws all formalities out the window a little less believable, but he was still great. I mean, both their performances of Dear Bill, wonderful. That song makes me weep no matter who is singing it, so great. Both really good Hesters with kind of different, kind of similar portrayals. Right, now I want to talk about Claire as Jean. Now, obviously last time I saw Holly Sumpton playing Jean, and there's a lot of differences. Obviously, Claire is the main actress for Jean, Holly is an understudy, and I believe Holly also understudies Monty. But yeah, as I was saying, so Holly played Jean a lot more classy, in a sense that she was a bit more mature, and like, when she sort of felt herself getting excited, she played it down. Kind of similar to what I was saying with Christian playing Hester. But Claire seemed to have this, like, childish, youthful excitement and joy. Like, she seemed like a toddler. Like, not in the literal sense, but she was just very energetic, very funny, very, like, loud, very, like, you know, speaking out of turn a lot of the time, getting a little bit too excited, which honestly I think really balanced out the fact that Christian was playing Hester in a very sort of I can't get excited, whereas Claire was just going full on like toddler excitement mode, like this is amazing, I'm doing something in the war. But I feel like, and I know I haven't seen it, but I feel like if Jack and Claire were playing Hester and Jean, I feel like the fact that Jack gets so close to getting excited before realising he shouldn't, I feel like that works perfectly, because it's like Hester's sort of matching Jean's energy for a moment before she realises, wait, I'm telling Jean off for doing all of this. So yeah, I think that would be really fun to see. Obviously, I really do want to see, like, the main cast, like, all 5 of them together. That would be the dream team. But I haven't yet, but I'm sure I will, and I can only imagine how great Jack and Claire would be as a duo on that stage. Now comparing Zoe and Jerry as Colonel Bevan. Now, I saw Jerry for the first time as Bevan, understudying, and he was very silly. She played him very silly. Like, he was obviously very authoritative and very, you know, there, present. He was spitting orders, but I feel like Jerry had, like, this sense of comedy about her when she was playing him. And I feel like Zoe doesn't have that. Zoe's very much, like, the only non-funny character in the show. But when other characters interact with her as Bevan, that's what makes it funny. Like, she's supposed to be I'm messing it up because they all play different genders. Anyway, yeah, when Zoe plays Bevan, you know, he's very much like the miserable presence on the stage. He's the Scrooge, but it works so well with everyone else around him. Now, I'm not saying Jerry was terrible. Like, she definitely had the moments where she could be angry and be bossy and just an absolute dickhead, honestly. But, like, you know, I feel like, yeah, she did try and play it off a bit more silly to sort of match the energy of the others. And it does work, but I kind of prefer the contrast that Zoe had with everyone else around her acting silly. Finally, Sean Carey, who played Charles, whatever the fuck his last name is, because I can't pronounce that. What the hell? Anyway, yeah, Sean. So the last time I saw Operation Mincemeat, it was David, who was playing Charles. But this time it was Sean. Honestly, their performances are quite similar. Like, he's a very sort of bumbling sidekick, just as Monty wrote in the script. But, you know, he's sort of the bumbling sidekick, obviously the smart one that came up with the plan. But yeah, they had very similar performances. Very silly, very goofy, sort of the comedic relief. But obviously he is a very intelligent guy, and I feel like, you know, he doesn't always feel like he's going to get taken seriously because of the way he acts. And honestly, I feel like Sean plays the sort of sadness after not being listened to a lot better. Like, he's very, like, he's silenced, you know, like when he's being stupid, he's like very easily silenced, and that makes him angry. Like, you can see it. You can see that he is just being himself, but that's not good enough. I feel like David, you know, he doesn't really have that much awareness of the things around him, so when he gets shut down, he kind of just accepts that as, this is my truth, you know, this is just the way it's gotta be. So I feel like Sean was very sort of, you know, he was a man who could stand up for himself if he had to. So this is the signed programme that I got signed at Stage Door when I met all the actors. So it was raining, and because there were raindrops on the programme, the Sharpie wasn't working at its best. But, you know, there's all 5 of them on there, so, you know, wonderful. Yeah, there is 5. Sorry, I was bad at counting just then. Yes, I've got all 5 of them. I got pictures with 4 of them. I got pictures with Tash. There it is. She's holding my artwork. They all loved it. Claire, Sean, and... oh, shit, what's his name? Christian. There's also a picture with Christian. And I also bought a signed poster. Now, these ones aren't for charity like the Mormon ones. And they're a lot cheaper because there's less people in the cast, so they're less valuable. Yeah, I can say that. I'm not saying that the actors are lesser. I'm just saying because there's less people, it's less valuable. That makes sense, right? It was a tenner.
So I caved, I got it. So yeah, this is the Operation Mincemeat signed poster. Obviously it has all of the main actors and actresses and also all of the understudies. So even though Jack and David weren't on, I do have their signatures rolled up in this baby. So what more can you ask for? I mean, I obviously do hope to see them in the future, because you bet your ass I'm going to this show again. But yeah, it's a really, really fun musical. Get yourself to the Fortune Theatre if you haven't seen it yet, because it is... God, it's brilliant. There we go. Reference. I got one in. Proud of myself. But anyway, that's going to do it. So I will see you next time in Southampton, which will be really fun. I haven't been to the Mayflower in over a year, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm really excited. So bye-bye till then.